What's up guys, Showman1 here, and today I have a review of Counter-Strike Global Offensive for the Xbox 360, which is downloadable from the Xbox Live Marketplace as of, I think, like yesterday. So, to start it off, I'd like to say that this game holds true to Counter-Strike in every way. The graphics are better than Counter-Strike Source. They're more updated graphics. I don't think they're going to be as good as PC, but they're actually a little bit different from what a lot of the PC players say. The gun mechanics in the game are very similar to Left 4 Dead, which was also another Valve game, so that's also to be expected. The way that the controls work, it's a little odd. You hold the left trigger to crouch, right trigger, of course, to fire. X is to use actions or access the buy screen, the market screen. B is to reload. Y is to switch weapons. A is to jump. Left bumper is to cycle through your equipment and your gear, and right trigger is to, or right bumper is to do a 180 spin. And there's a little bit of input lag between when you move the analog sticks and when your character does the action, but it's not anything that'll really interfere with the game. On PC, I'm sure they don't have that problem because you're using a mouse and keyboard, which there's not going to be any input lag with that. So it's a little bit different than the PC version. However, it's still a very playable, very fun game. For $15, 1,200 Microsoft points, it's extremely worth it. It's a good game. What the game modes that I've played so far, this is my first game of the bomb squad thing, whatever it's called. I don't remember what the full name of it is. But as the terrorists, you plant the bomb in one of the two designated bomb sites. I guess it's kind of comparable to search and destroy on Call of Duty. You have one life, although you always have one life in Counter-Strike, except for in Gun Game, which I'm not sure if it's actually called Gun Game, but it's what you would expect Gun Game to be. You have one life. You are either terrorist or counter-terrorist. Counter-terrorist, your goal is to kill all the terrorists or defuse the bomb after they plant it. Terrorists, you either plant the bomb or kill all the counter-terrorists, and you can win that way also. There's a good array of weapons in this game. There's rifles, assault rifles, shotguns, pistols, several different pistols, grenades, Molotov cocktails, incendiary grenades, things of that nature, snipers, whatever, what have you. So the weapons are plentiful in this game. The other game mode is it's a hostage situation kind of thing. Terrorists, you're trying to kill all the counter-terrorists and stopping them from getting to the hostages. Counter-terrorists, you're trying to either kill all the terrorists or take the hostages back to the safe zone and rescue them before the terrorists can kill you. If the terrorists kill all the hostages, they lose, so that's not advised to kill all the hostages. Although you can try to make the terrorists kill all the hostages. In that case, you would win instantly. That's all I really have to say about Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It's a good game. It's simple. The controls on it are very simple. The gameplay on it's very simple. Everything's just very straight to the point. It's just a run and gun kind of game. You play very tactically though, but it's fun. It's a really fun game. That's all I really have to say about that. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Go pick it up for the 1,200 Microsoft points. It's fun. It's also available on PlayStation 3 and PC. So to my subscribers, sorry I haven't been posting this summer. My grandfather has been going through a lot of stuff with his hip. He's been in the hospital and in and out of rehab and everything for the past maybe 3 months or so. Broke his hip once, went to rehab, got out of that, was fine. Broke his hip again, trying to go to the doctor, and wasn't using his walker because he refuses to be a regular 88-year-old man who needs a walker because, I mean, come on, you're 88 years old. Broke his hip, in the hospital, got screws, all drugged up and stuff. Now he's back in, got a hip replacement, whatever. He's still drugged up, and he's sitting there reading signs and repeating things to himself and everyone else. And he actually looked at my sister before we were leaving last night, and he looks in her eyes, and my sister says, "I love you, Grandpa," like goodbye, and he looks in her eyes and says, I love you too, housekeeping diet regular, repeating something that he saw from the sign earlier. And he's a funny guy though. He has no idea what's going on. He's on so many drugs right now. But that's pretty much how I've been spending the last few weeks of my summer. Before that, I was trying to rescue some animals, which didn't turn out to work out very well. I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you two stories. One, we tried to rescue a kitten. My dad, he knows that there's kittens and cats outside his where his office is in the woods. So one day, he walks out and he sees a kitten in the parking lot. So he gets a box from the office, puts it in the box, brings it home, says, "Andrew, come outside." It's like 8 in the morning in the beginning of the summer, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Go outside, see the kitten, and it's adorable. It's a little calico girl, maybe about 4 weeks old, not even. It was maybe 4 weeks old a month. It was real little thing, maybe 7 inches. It was real little, and don't you make a sexual joke out of that, people. Anyway, so we bring it to the vet, get it checked out, make sure it's nice and healthy. We're going to give it to my sister, and so we bring it to the vet. They see a little blood mark on its head. Say, all right, we're going to just go clean it up, shave it, shave its little head where it was, and see if it's a bite mark. If it is, I recommend that you euthanize it, because it's extremely possible that it could have gotten rabies, given that it was out in the wild for so long. And so it was a bite mark in the end. And you could either euthanize it or keep it under 6-month quarantine. And in that time, if anyone in the house gets bitten, the entire family has to get very painful and several injections, a painful series of injections to treat you for rabies. And if you did actually get rabies, it's almost always fatal. So we ended up euthanizing the kitten. So when you euthanize an animal suspected of having rabies, you have to send the remains to the state, the biological department thing, and they test it to see if it actually did have rabies, so they can notify people in the area that there were rabid animals. So they test it, whatever. 2 weeks later, fast forward, my dad and I forgot about this whole incident pretty much. Well, we get the call, didn't have rabies. At that point, my dad and I are about to throw up. We were so ashamed of ourselves. We're pissed off and everything. I even told my dad, no, we should keep it under quarantine, but he talked me out of that, so we ended up, euthanizing it. And we're nauseous. We feel like we want to throw up, and it was terrible. And that's why you shouldn't rescue animals that you see outside, because it could pretty much kill you. So a few weeks ago, we go on vacation. We come home after a few days on vacation, see a little baby squirrel sitting outside. We try to take care of it. We try to get it some expensive formula that's supposed to replicate squirrel milk. Doesn't work. The squirrel was too dehydrated, and it dies about 18 hours later after we found it. We were wondering why it was on the ground. Maybe its mother abandoned it. Well, 2 days after it died, we get a stench coming from the garage. Look under the car in the garage. There's the squirrel's mother, dead and rotting away with maggots in it under the car. Half its face was chewed away by maggots. It was disgusting beyond belief. That was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. But so that's why the squirrel was abandoned, and that's why I'm no longer rescuing animals, because I already feel like I want to kill myself from that. My summer has been great. How's yours been? So I've had some very very traumatic experiences this summer, all having to do with animals or my grandfather. And yeah, my summer has been great so far. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely go pick up Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I hope you guys enjoyed your summer. I know I kind of did. I still haven't done my summer homework yet, but I got to get around to that soon, I guess, after I'm done this video. So yeah, I start school September 4th. I don't know when you guys started school or if you're even in school anymore. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely go pick this game up. 1,200 Microsoft points or $15 on the Xbox Live Arcade. Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Showman1, peace out.